Hello everyone, I just want to quickly demonstrate how you can move loot in Rust through walls with the help of pipes and basically make raiders go crazy. So this is not a base tutorial, I'm just explaining the method that I'm using, and hopefully you will be able to replicate it in your own base. It's pretty easy to do it, so yeah, let's see how it works. So first we have here a box of rockets, for example, and here we have a switch. I'm going to turn on the switch so we can have power to our circuit. So this entire setup is using a seismic sensor. So whenever an explosion is detected around the loot room, the seismic sensor will trigger the circuit and it's gonna move the loot to our next box, which is this one. I have, for this tutorial only, I have configured the range of the seismic sensor to be 3. You can configure it as much as you want, really depends on how far away are your loot rooms. But so once I'm gonna shoot, this conveyor will turn green and hopefully it will start move the loot. Let's do it. The conveyor is green, and let's see, the moving has been started. Okay, the rockets are moving out. Let's go and check. Look, the rockets are in the our next loot room. And how? Through the walls. Okay, so through the walls with the help of pipes. If you want to go more crazy, I mean, you can do this exact same setup in the next loot room, and if someone decides to raid further to find your loot, this will take will activate the circuit and will take the rockets that you have just moved and move them to the next loot room, so on and so on. So this is something of your choice on how many loot rooms you want to have. I'm using here this thing to turn on and off the circuit, just because whenever you are online, I don't know, maybe you throw a grenade or something in base and your entire loot or whatever you have configured is gonna be moved. So I'm using this switch and I'm turning this on only when I'm going offline. This is something I choose to do it. If you don't want to do it like this, I mean, it's your choice. I think if you are using normal bullets, this circuit is not triggering because this is not explo ammo. Yeah, so if you hit by mistake, if you are doing a bullet by mistake, this will not be triggered. But if you are doing explosive ammo or a grenade or a rocket or whatever, C4, this is gonna be activated. So yeah, that's why I'm choosing to have a switch, and I'm turning this on whenever I exit the game. I choose to have this setup just because you can't get an online raid anymore in Rust. I feel like in my last wipes I've been reading only at 4 a.m. in the morning, so yeah, I needed to find a way uh, to counter this, or at least make them spend much more boom than they are actually planned. So I'm gonna try to replicate this this exact setup here, just to demonstrate the case. Feel free to add your own twist to it and yeah, make it better. So let's start with a box. Let's say this is where our loot will be that we want to move. You can connect multiple boxes, but this is just a demonstration tutorial. So let's start with a branch, and let's add a seismic sensor, and we're gonna need an industrial conveyor so we can actually move the loot. I have a battery here which is set up at some large solar panels. So let's get some power. Any power will work. I think a small battery will work as well, so don't worry about so let's power in the electrical branch out to the seismic sensor in the power in. Power out to the power in of the conveyor, and power out from the seismic sensor to the turn on. Make sure you choose turn on the industrial conveyor. So how is this working? Well, basically, whenever the seismic sensor detects an input, meaning an explosive, it will send a signal to the industrial conveyor, and this will be turned on. Simple as that. Right, so let's demonstrate this case. Put an storage adapter on your box, get your pipe. So let's do a color, let's do red. So from the industrial input, let's go to the industrial out. And let's leave it like this for now. Let's take care of our first wall connection. So there is a very important step here, otherwise this is not going to work. You need to place the industrial combiner in the next room, or whatever you want to place it. I don't think it's working if you are trying to get the pipes through more than one walls. I mean, you'll need more combiners and more splitters for each wall. So let's place it like this. The arrows will show the direction the loot is going through, so it's easy to understand how you need to turn this. So try to put this as far as you can into the wall, otherwise it's not working. And always, but always, you come from the industrial combiner to the splitter. I'm not doing any placements because it's not gonna work. You need to do this directly. So from the combiner, you come here, and look, this is connected. So you need to do this exact same thing. Really depends how many how many walls you are having. So industrial out, industrial in. We are going from the combiner. Like this. We push this to the wall. Oh my god, how many walls did I do? Too many, I guess. This is working on foundation as well, but you need to have both the combiner and the splitter on the foundation to work. You can't have it one on the wall and one on the foundation, or at least I couldn't make it work. So I'm highly recommend you having these pipes on the foundation, because people will splash the walls, and if they splash the walls at the house here, for example, you're gonna get out of pipes because they're gonna be broken. So I'm usually doing this on the foundations. So let's in fact do this on a foundation. Push it as far as you can. Okay. Because I need one more. I did way too many works for demonstrating this, but I think it's a good exercise for you to understand how this is working. So Houston, we have a problem. This wasn't placed correctly. Let's try again. So something is wrong with the placement. Let's try it again. Now it worked. So you see, it's not an exact thing. You need to play with it, to wiggle it, and to make it work. All right. So what do we need here? Let's place a storage adapter here, and go here. All right. So all the pipes are connected. We did a lot of them. So the only thing that remains is to get the industrial out. And let's send it to the conveyor, to the splitter, sorry. So let's do some rockets again. 10, 10 are enough. Of course, I didn't do the splitter, but we're gonna do it. So from here, here, probably here. Power in, power out, with the power in. All right. So let's say I'm going offline now. I'm turning on my circuit. And let's make sure we have explosive ammo. Okay. And Bob the Raider comes and wants to get all your loot. So he eventually reaches this room. Let's set this to 3. You can set it higher, really depends on your base. And he's throwing a rocket. The circuit is triggering. And the rockets are out. Where? Through these pipes. Here. So you can multiply this as many times as you want. You can have multiple boxes. You can have splitters to send to multiple boxes and multiple locations. It's just something that you'll need to figure out and do as per your need. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this has triggered you some ideas. I know that some of you will say that this is gonna get patched. I don't think so, because this is working for a long time. You can check my other videos on this channel. I have explained this in another way last year, and it's still working. I mean, I don't see why this is gonna get patched. Well, take care and have fun.